record videos on this. I'm not using KinMaster for this one. I figured to just record this on phone and show you that the tier list. Because man, this is season 20. I haven't done videos like this in a while. The last time I did was actually just more of a short. So, I will explain my reasoning when I get to the video itself, okay? So, keep this in mind of my reasons of why I put it in certain ranks. So, and yes, believe it or not, there is 7 tiers. Normally there is 6, but this one, there's 7. No, I'm not making that joke, okay? You can say a joke all you want, but I'm letting you know I'm not doing that, okay? So, anyways, let's go over season 20 skins. In terms of skins, they're not that bad. But it's better than some season skins I've seen so far. However, I think this is one of the worser skin season content. That's just because I believe there are some skins that are not really like great. And my opinion on the best mythic skin, it's still in the past. So there has not been any new mythic skins that makes me go, oh my god, that's the best thing ever. I haven't really liked that since seasons ago. So I'm not giving a context of like what my actual most favorite mythic skin of all time is. But I can guarantee you, the worst mythic skin I ever seen is in this season, okay? The worst mythic skin is in the season. Everyone knows what that is. I mentioned my voice about it before, so we're gonna save that for the grand finale, okay? Now let's start with Doomfist mythic skin. Honestly, it's one of the better mythic skins I've seen. I know it's not exactly prototypical to the theme, but it's better than the other mythic that we were offered by a clear mile. And I'm glad Overwatch finally gave us a second mythic skin this season, because I believe this is the only season where I think the second mythic will definitely outdo the first one. After this video, I will do a KinMaster and mention my opinion of the best mythic skins and the worst ones, based on ranking, not based on which tier. So ranking had to sometimes go nitty pick. Anyways, other than mentioning what the rules are for me, you're welcome to tell me your opinion, the best skin of this season and the worst. Because I think it's likely we agree on which one's the worst. Very likely this season. Because most of the time it's an argument to like, what's the worst skin of this each season? But I think this one is, I think likely we'll all agree on this. Okay? So now, Doomfist. I don't think his is exactly the best, but I think his is better than some of the skins I've seen that are from Mythic. So, I'm not saying his Mythic skin is bad. I'm just saying it's not something I would be drooling over and, drooling over and be so excited for it that I just can't help but feel a relief that the hero got justice after being denied for some time. Hazard, I gotta be honest, Hazard's skin this season might just be one of the best ones I've seen. Obviously by a clear mile. This season, normally his skin would have been an A tier any other season. But this season, with how okayish this season is, I think his is the best. One of the best skins, I would be honest. I gotta be honest. Maga, I would say A tier. Not exactly the best, but I gotta admit it does fit him real well. It does fit him real well. Anyways, I'm gonna turn off the Xbox, not Xbox, the controller bit before I continue playing. Okay? Well, that's after I'm done with the video. The recolor, though, might be a bit weird. And don't worry about the messages about that, okay? I think his recolor isn't that great. I mean, it's better than some of the recolors this season, but in terms of skins, this one's not good. Because I know normally in other seasons, his would have been D tier. Reinhardt's epic skin in your hand does deserve at least a little bit of respect, which is B tier. Just a low. Like, his one was pretty good. His epic was given more respect than his recolor. So, Roadhog. I gotta be honest, this is one of the better skins. Now, Sigma's recolor isn't that great. Now, Zarya. I would say her epic is okay, just not that great. Gizmon, are just from what's in the current season this time. So, don't ask me if they're from the future or not, because I can't time travel. We all know that. I'll say this is one of the better Ashes skins I've seen. I'm going to move it actually to A tier. As this next one is actually S tier, in my opinion, is one of the best ones. Like, I think Ash actually got a step up of better skin quality than past few seasons. Now, Bastion, not a fan of it. Not really. But it's better than what's going to be at the worst spot. Now, actually, let's go and make this early. If you need to hear what the worst mythic skin I ever seen, it's Cassidy's mythic skin. That's the worst I ever seen, man. Like, how do you mess that up? Even his recolor that doesn't look great is in a better spot than the mythic. And I can tell you one thing: it's terrible if the worst skin of the season is better than the mythic. So, just heads up. So, Akos is okay, I would say. It's pretty good, but not exactly something to drool for. Or fangirly or fanboying for. Freya, this one's a good one, but not exactly God tier one. Genji's legendary, that one is really good. And his Battle Pass skin in your hand is okay-ish. Not C tier, but B tier. It's really good, but it's pretty good, but not something I'd be a fan of. Junkrat's recolor might be a little bit biased for a little bit, but I think his is a better recolor by clear mile, because I think this season is where it was supposed to be, which is recolors are worse than the originals. But the best recolor, at least for what I know so far, is just Junkrat's. Everything else is just not that great. May is probably B tier. Well, B tier, yeah, because it didn't really feel great. I'll be honest. And quite frankly, it just feels weird half the time. And we honestly know where this one's going. Since it's Stadium skin, it's F tier. I gotta be honest. Even if it's the best Stadium color skin, there's just no soul into that. Was that Reaper skin again? I might actually have to look it up. So give me a sec. I'm taking this in one go. I'm not, even if there are bloopers in there, I am not going to take a shot. Just time myself foot and put it in the tier that it does not deserve. Okay. Frost Lich. Okay. Let's say this one's really good. Not exactly something I'll be a fan of, but it's better. Then, yeah, Reaper's high skin is very good, just not exactly the best, for what I know. Now, Sojourn's one skin, it's actually pretty decent. I gotta be honest, it's actually pretty decent. I guess the skin's quality is just better than some of the seasons. It doesn't mean it doesn't have flaws. So, and with the obvious flaw being Cassie's mythic skin, that's a very big flaw, huge flaw. Um, Soldiers, I'm not a fan of, but it's okay-ish. Let's say C tier. The recolor Zombras is alright. Not exactly something to be going for, but I guess if it's like you prefer if you'd rather have that instead of Cassie's mythic, then sure, go for it. I'll even go to your place and just let you have it. Have the embarrassment. Actually, I think this is one of the best epic skins I've ever seen from a hero. But that means some metros of this season. Even though it's free, I think it's underestimated. Well, because some people will just be biased towards Symmetra because she's a forgotten character. But I gotta be honest, it's a pretty good step up from just decent skins to just a great skin overall. Tracer's epic skin is also one of the best ones this season. I think this season is better for epic skins, I believe it or not, which should tell you that the epic skins are actually being treated pretty well this time around. Unlike the mythics, where they get treated terrible this season. Her legendary your hand, I'm not exactly a fan of it, but if you're into Tracer and unicorns, go for it. Either I love playing Tracer, seeing her in a deer costume just feels weird. Because it doesn't really fit her that well. Because I think the Shy Gentle is more of a mercy thing. And also just more of like some hero thing. Like, what's the hero? Oh yeah, Venture. Venture would have been a lot better in that theme. Now let's talk about the newest hero's first skin. First skin shown. The Battle Pass. It's a pretty good. Just wear her scars. Her scars would have redeemed her a lot. But I gotta be honest, as someone who loves Vendetta, I think if you just put scars on her, you would actually get something in return, Overwatch. Or Blizzard devs, or whatever. I think it's just better if you just update by mentioning, like, we put some scars on her. It's just to redeem her a bit. Fair enough? Because gladiators are meant to have scars. And if people think scars are going to make you ugly, that's just on them. Because if they never seen an actual gladiator, then, or never seen a true gladiator character, then, oh my god, where had they been? I would say Vendetta's other skin is way better than the Battle Pass. Because at least it fits her more well, even though it might not be exactly as, like, I know some people say, like, it doesn't fit her personality well. But it does make her look cute and also does make sense. Like what outfit she goes. Venture, I don't know why, it's just Blizzard's been treating Venture well. Venture never had, like, a bad skin, to be honest. It's just decent skins at worst, but awesome at best. I guess they're just trying to redeem themselves a bit, because I think some heroes don't really deserve bad skins, because while the character itself is not even a character that you would rather see bad skins show up on. That decision, in my opinion, Yosei Kiriko, I think she needs a bad skins. Not some heroes like Cassidy. As much as I hate the mains of Cass, I'll agree with them on one thing. Cassidy doesn't deserve to be given terrible skins. I'll agree on that. Okay? That's something I'll say for once as a Venture mate. I don't think you guys deserve the worst skin. That should have been Kiriko. Kiriko should have deserved the worst one. And plus she's the most OP support, let alone the most OP character of them all. And it just depends how you play her. It's not she is countered, she is weak. No, it's just how you play her. So, Willmaker's recolor isn't you can't really like change the how the original skin is unless it's a terrible original. So recolor would have been better if its original one was worse than. But to be honest, it's a good color. Just I wish it was there with the other skins sooner because I would have ranked it higher because would not expect a redeemable skin because that's one of the few times that the original will not come back unless you have the account, which is pretty sad because other times you would just have to rely on loot box to just get you to land on it. And that's sad if you ask me. That's pretty sad, don't you think? Brigida's is good. Pretty cute and hot, to be honest. Well, I don't usually say hot as a compliment, but I gotta be honest, it's a pretty hot one. Alori's epic skin is probably the worst one in the Battle Pass, but even then, it's a pretty good one. It just happens to be outshined by some of the epic skins. Well, not the worst, because I realized I put some in a lower tier than this one, but I just kind of say it's worst one in Battle Pass terms, rather than just epics is overall this season. Juno is a surprisingly pretty good skin of this season. Her only one this season. I think it's because most of the time she's just given skins that kind of makes her look bland. So seeing her just get something that actually fits her a bit is something. Because as a player myself, I'm not a fan of like exactly Juno. But I'm more a fan of Juno than Kiriko. And more in some heroes. Kiriko's... This one... it's pretty meh. Compared to the others, it's a very big letdown. I think that's the odd spot for this one because it's the one, I think, the Yama one collab, if it gets there eventually, that it looks bad on because it just doesn't fit well. Like on paper, you would think it looks pretty because of how it's shown originally in the sketch. But when it's actually shown, it's just usually either better or worse. And this one, it's definitely worse of them all. I guess it's just the worst like comp set of all time because you would think it would look so pretty and cute, but in reality, it just looks pretty sexual. If I'd be honest, I don't usually say that lightly. And the way I said it's not a good thing. It's because there's a difference between it's a pretty good one that I can't help it, and it just feels really odd and out of character. And keep in mind, she's unlikable, so yeah, it was already odd enough. Kiriko's other skin, though, is better than the original by a clear mile, but I wouldn't say it's exactly the best. Let's just move on. Light Fever's one skin is actually pretty good, just I wish it was actually long hair for that one. Like, like Rapunzel hair. I think that would have made that skin a little bit better, gotta be honest. Like, just make it the Rapunzel hair. And a lot of people call him Pretty Boy a lot, so I figure that if you're gonna make him more a pretty boy, then give him more hair. Make him look like a woman. Just do something other than just shorten his hair a bit. Like, come on, man. Lucio's recolor is one of the more disappointing recolors I've ever seen. Not the exact bad recolor, because I think the worst one might be in the future, or it's in the past, I just don't remember, but I think it's one of the worst ones. So yeah, this season's not good on recolors for this one, that's pretty fair enough. With the best one just being Junkrat's Christmas Krampus skin. So, yeah. I would say Mercy's legendary skin is... Actually, I would say it's pretty okay. Just not a fan of it. Her recolor, though, is weird. It feels weird. So, now let's talk about Luyan's two skins. This is a massive step up from last time, I gotta be honest. This one is one of the better skins I've seen. I think Chris Mullen is pretty good. So, here you go. You have it, guys. The tier without me just going all Kind Master video thing. Here you go. And you're all gonna tell your opinion down below. So, see you later, guys. Bye.